favorite VTuber, Lenni, and you will notice I now have a proper intro card. And I now have a proper outro card. And I now have a proper background. Credits to this background should be in the description or on screen right now. Anyway, today we're going to be playing this visual novel I found called PARQUET or PARQUET. I don't know. I don't know anything about this game. I just found it on the App Store and I thought, you know what? I like visual novels, I'm going to play it. Which tends to be how I do most things. I'm just like, oh, I like this thing, I'm going to play it. Anyway, I'm going to click pre-story because I'm assuming that's how it starts. Monika's story. Monologue, okay. I'm going to get into the role of Monika and I'm going to voice act her, okay? I, Miyoshi Monika, have come to gravely regret my choice of employment. Oh no. Ibuki Corporation is a second-tier electronics manufacturer. Ibuki Miyota! Right, sorry. Need to remember not everything is about Danganronpa. Okay. It's a company that's fairly well known across Japan. However, its glory days have long since passed. Time has done nothing but exacerbate the company's steady decline. Many employees fear for the inevitable. There are even rumours of management taking the money... Did my voice just lag? There are even rumours of management taking the money and running. Of course, this was the only company that offered me the position, so I hardly had the choice in the matter. I currently work as a secretary for one of the company's directors. I studied foreign languages back in college, so I can interact with people from abroad to some extent. In all honesty, I think that's the only reason I was hired. Fair enough. I was hoping to get a normal desk job, but lo and behold, I'm now a secretary. Isn't a secretary just a normal desk job, except you have to do... You just like have a boss? I don't know. I've never had a job. Unexpected to be sure, but it is what it is. Luckily, I can learn all the skills needed for my job via memory grafting. BMI, Body Mass Index, Brain-Machine Interface. The name is pretty self-explanatory, I suppose. It's a device that aids in connecting the human mind to technology. Obviously, the applications of this device are wide and varied. For example, you can watch movies or show with it by transmitting the information directly into your brain. Well, that seems pretty lame, because how do you pause it? Are you hallucinating it, or are you just imagining the entire thing? That's pretty lame. It can also be used as something of a VR device to play games. Again, are you just imagining it or hallucinating it? How does that work? Also, doesn't this cause brain damage? This would surely cause brain damage. Conversely, you can also use it as a camera by turning your own sight into a live visual output. That would probably cause brain damage as well. All of these things would cause brain damage. This is why we can't have brain chips. It has also become widely used to assist with those who have suffered brain injuries. I'm going to suffer brain injuries if I put this thing on. By amplifying weakened nerve transmissions, it allows people that would otherwise be paralyzed to move. Oh, that's pretty cool. Even blind and deaf people can see and hear because of information that's transmitted directly into their brains via BMI. Well, no. So if I'm deaf, right, I can't hear anything, but the sound information is being transmitted into my brain, wouldn't I just be imagining what I was hearing? I don't know. I don't know how to explain what I'm thinking. What's more, there are even BMI prostheses that have faster reflex timings than real limbs. Additionally, the nerve sensors in such limbs can send feedback, allowing for even the sense of touch to be replicated. The BMI have become a household name because of its wild... I never know what household name means. Anyway, the BMI has become a household name because of its wide range of applications in the field of medicine. These days, research focuses on applying the system to medical support robots and to aid in the maneuvering of drones. How are you going to put it on a robot if it connects to the brain? If it has a brain, then it's not a robot anymore, it's like a cyborg. Or a Dalek or something. Anyway, however, BMI is most widely used for something called memory grafting. I need a drink. Anyway. Essentially, you can implant the digitized experiences of others directly into your brain to learn skills. But then you're not even learning it, that is useful, but you're not really learning it, are you? You're just, downloading it. I grafted all the skills I need as a secretary into my brain, of course. This cutting-edge technology has made it easier to train workers in countries all across the globe and has lowered the learning curves for jobs in every field. Now everyone has the ability to be proficient at something. Everyone had the ability to be proficient at something anyway, it just took effort. It's a convenient technology that has reduced employment hurdles, but on the flip side, it's resulted in a shortage of available jobs. A lot of BMI are kept from the public for this reason, to preserve the societal hierarchy. Well, good. These BMI are manufactured and sold by private electronics companies, though the details vary from company to company. Ibuki is, of course, one such BMI manufacturing company, and they've held quite a bit of influence in the industry. However, they've begun to lag behind their... Why can't I speak? However, they've begun to lag behind their competitors in recent years. Their financial records aren't a pretty sight from what I hear. Oh, she's so cute! I'm gonna turn up the volume because I can't hear shit that she's saying, but she's so cute! Thinking about it was too stressful, so I stopped. Me when I have homework due. I actually do have revision due. I have like a really important exam on Monday. Oh well. Thinking about it was stressful, so I stopped. Then one day my boss summoned me. Ooh. Was she not in an office already? And a pay cut too, maybe? This might be the right time to quit. The hell? Is it haunted? He then takes me to a mysterious room. This isn't a very mysterious room. This just looks like a really average bedroom. The work desk looks fine, but the bed, toilet and shower room catch my attention immediately. It almost feels like they expect me to live in here. No, stop telling me recording is silent. I know it isn't, and I'll crash out if it is. Right, sorry about that. Oh no, is this actually what's gonna happen to me? Probably not, you'd be able to sue if it was. Do they want me to be some sort of escort? Oh, I hope not. This game would take quite a turn if that was what's going on. Fair enough. However, thinking for a second, I quickly realised there's no need to hire a lawyer. I spot a man already in the room. He must be the one living here. I've never seen his face before, but he appears to be around the same age as me. He actually looks like an old man. Maybe that's just because of the white hair. I do like the little... I like the lighting here, like the little coloury bits. Anyway, they aren't an employee here, are they? We're babysitting an old man. Oh, that makes sense. Old man. He looks human to me. This story is getting more bizarre by the second. Supposedly. Have we kidnapped this robot man? I look back and notice there's no doorknob, only a keyhole where it should be. Alright, I think I understand what's going on. They're keeping this person locked in here. Well, no! What else did you think was gonna happen, Monica? Wait, what the hell? They're straight up imprisoning them. Well, they just said it was a robot, so like... Is that even legal? Well, it's a robot, so like, who cares? I sure hope I don't end up implicated in some sort of crime for doing this. I would much rather not go to jail, thank you very much, for the crime of imprisoning a robot. If you say so. Well, yeah, you just said that. What the hell am I hearing? This is total nonsense. Ooh! Soul grafting, right? This is no, because then you that would have to mean that souls exist, and that's an entire other existential conversation that we're not getting into because this is a gaming video. Memory grafting is convenient, but it has limitations. When it comes to grafting human beings in their entirety, a vessel to house their consciousness is needed. However, it isn't easy for the human brain to maintain two different people, and that isn't the only problem with the notion. Due to the colossal volume of information that this comprises, the human brain Due to the colossal volume of information that comprises the human brain, properly converting that is exceedingly difficult. Hence, only individual experiences and skills can be grafted. How did they graft it onto a robot though? Because then it would need a brain. Where did they get the brain from? Whose brain did they steal? Oh. Well, no, it's a robot. They'd be some kind of Frankenstein monster. Wait, wasn't that the name of the doctor that made the monster? Yes, idiot. Well, not that it matters. Or just an absolute idiot. Well, I thought so, because like they said, you can't just bring another consciousness into an already existing brain. Yeah, I thought that. No, I think you still will get in trouble with the police, because where did you get the blank brain from? Ooh? Well, he just said it wasn't illegal. So is it illegal or not, mate? Oh crap, I accidentally skipped one. I don't see, is it illegal or not, you weirdo? Did he seriously expect me to believe this? And what sort of impasse was he talking about? Do I even want to ask? This whole creating the perfect genius story seems a bit too far-fetched. And honestly, even if such a thing were possible, I doubt the resulting specimen would end up in his hands of all people. Why, is your boss a weirdo? How do you know it's alive? Does it have a heartbeat? Innit, that's what I said! That doesn't answer the question. He definitely got scammed. Wait, there must be some kind of catch to this. I shouldn't take what he says at face value. Man, they don't pay me enough for this. I better start searching for a new job. However, the moment I think that, the person's eyelids begin twitching. Ow! Oh, he's scary. Why does he look like that? And then... What the hell? Why is that the first thing you say to a new consciousness, bro? Ew. What in the world is this nut job doing? Innit, that's what I was thinking. Who would obey a self-centered bastard who talks like that? I'd be fuming if he tried that crap on me. This isn't the first time I've had this thought, but he really needs to work on the way he asks others for favors. Innit? Innit? However, my worries were unfounded. The man was not the least bit upset about my boss's haughtiness. Really? Because he looks a bit upset to me. Actually, he didn't even display any hints of emotion whatsoever. He merely got up and did whatever he was told, no questions asked. He was more than capable, I found out. The results he produced went above and beyond expectations, time and time again. Wait, so is this like a time skip? What's he doing? He's working? He didn't stop at small spending reduction adjustments. The man planned structural reforms, including major personnel changes. And that's not even half of it. Jesus. I was surprised to learn that he also has extensive BMI-related expertise. Well, isn't that how he was made? Obviously, be an expert in how he was made. He came up with plans to improve Ibuki's BMI products, and his updates were received with critical acclaim, pretty much single-handedly bringing the company back into prominence. Oh, I think my VTuber just gave out again. Why does this always happen? I swear down. Okay guys, so due to technical difficulties, I'm just gonna have to stop it here. Let me save it. Sorry that this happens so often. I'm sorry that this keeps happening. I will sort it out eventually, but I really do not have a very good setup at the minute. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Bye Twinks!